Alright, we're live. Hopefully this will work better. Um, Tried to stream last night. I don't know if anyone jumped in or not, but it kept, Florida weather isn't great. Kept cutting out my internet. But, maybe it'll work better today. It'd be nice if I could actually stream. I actually tried to do this twice last night. Of course, I didn't save the game after that because I didn't want to mess up my walkthrough. So, here we go for a third time.
This should be a better place to talk.
Did everything go okay? Can we get in the church?
I secured the permissions, but after that last incident, I'm afraid we're likely under high scrutiny.
So what else is new? They weren't big fans of us in the first place.
Yeah, good point. We've got nothing to hide. Let's do it.
Look at that. Ever since Rose joined up with us, I feel like Soraya's become so much more proactive.
Too bad it means that much more trouble for us.
Thank you.
It was my decision to begin with. And besides, I've really wanted to see the shrine inside the church.
There's something about you that reminds me of the Pope. He too would never hesitate to spare expenses for the sake of his people.
Oh boy, another masochist.
I see.
I've prepared lodgings for you. I pray that the Seraphim will also be able to rest well tonight.
But Captain, it's been 3 days since last we heard from Boris after his infiltration. I believe we should hurry.
Who's Boris?
The rain may be affecting our food supplies, but I shall prepare our famous Drago stew for you.
Aren't
pay
you the least
attention.
bit concerned? He's your only brother.
His brother's name is Boris, and when we first met him, he was talking about Boris's canteen. So he made
I do
up
not wish
a
to burden you with
place
my
about his
troubles
brother's
any more
name.
than I already have. Please rest for now.
It's a kind offer. Let's take it.
We will. Thank you. Sergei sure seems like a good guy.
He is. Though I fear he may be a bit too genuine and sincere to command the knights.
I agree. I hope he has what it takes.
We've got plenty of worries of our own. Let's not get hung up on other people's issues.
Phew, now that was a meal.
Hey, learn some manners.
You sure can eat.
So can these two.
It was surprisingly good. I couldn't help myself.
Drago stew, 85 points.
My policy is eat while you can. It's been ingrained in me since I was a kid. That's the law of a soldier.
A soldier, huh?
Soldier? Aren't you and your buddies in an assassin's guild?
Well, you know, it wasn't always like this. We used to be just a band of mercenaries. Not to brag, but they called us the best on the continent.
Is that right?
That's it for me. We've got a job to do tomorrow.
Is Rose's band of mercenaries the one you mentioned before?
The Wind Riders, I believe.
I think I've heard of them. The tale said just 100 of them could scatter a force of 20,000 men and capture 3 castles in one night.
Yeah, they were a legendary band of mercenaries. It's no wonder Rollins itself was their primary employer.
They sound crazy strong.
Strong and loyal. To the point that even the Emperor of Rollins trusted them like his right-hand man. Isn't that right?
It's true. Was true. But then, the Imperial family of Rollins ended up stabbing them in the back, along with the very one I'm seeking vengeance against.
The Imperial family joined forces with Hellions?
Is it that surprising?
I guess not. People and Hellions aren't separate entities after all.
Very true. You can even consider them 2 sides of the same coin.
In fact, if the Cardinal's power is somehow linked to a Hellion, things start to make sense.
It looks like Rose snuck out through the back. Can't take my eyes off her for a second.
Hey, Dazzle!
I wonder if someone ordered an assassination.
Who? And was she asked to do it by herself?
Either way, this is bad.
I don't like running through all this rain.
This aroma.
What's wrong? Why are you all here?
That's what we want to know. Where were you going?
Oh, just taking a walk. Thought maybe I ate too much.
You don't have to follow every whim that pops into your head, damn it.
We thought you might have ditched us to go assassinate someone.
Not yet, silly. That comes later. It's from someone who lost their son in the war that just broke out. Kill the one who started the battle. The invasion was proposed to the Emperor about a year ago, in documents bearing the name of Pope Messedra.
Huh? You're gonna kill the Pope?
Hold on. How do you know someone didn't just use his name? I thought he went missing after all.
Maybe. But then again, maybe not. It's awfully close to the time he went missing. We'll have to investigate further.
And what if we find out that he's bad?
If it's evil, the Scattered Bones slay it.
Even if it's the Pope?
The Pope, the Emperor, even the Shepherd. Oh, was that inappropriate?
I'm not a fan of that last part, it's true.
It isn't like we walk around all stabby-stabby. We make sure what kind of person our target is first.
I think I understand you better, Rose.
Do you now? Well, that's good.
I'm starting to understand too. Why she bears no malevolence, that is.
Because she's as nuts as he is?
Rose would certainly never tell a lie, that's for sure.
She was always that way. It's in her blood.
Was the Pope the type of person who would just up and start a war?
That's certainly not the impression of him we got from Sergei.
He's the de facto leader of a powerful country. He's probably got more layers than you'd think.
Tell me more about equipment fusion.
Okay, since fusion rules apply only to skills in the same exact slot, there are only 3 types of combinations you need to remember. First rule, if they're both the same skill, then that's the skill you get after fusion.
Simple enough. I'm guessing that same rule applies when both slots are empty.
Yes, the second rule is, if the slot's empty on one item and filled on the other, you get the skill from the filled slot.
Got it. So, the big question is, what happens when 2 different skills are in the same slot?
That's right. In this last case, a new skill is born from the 2 old ones, but it's sealed off temporarily. And the way to break the seal is... oh my!
Well, that was easier than we thought.
This looks like an auditorium of sorts for the believers.
Sure looks like a small crowd.
Can you tell me the names of the Seraphim who hold the utmost power, known as the 5 Lords?
Musif! Oh, and Eumacia!
Hyanawa and Almanac!
Correct. Now, can you tell me the name of the last one? The Seraph who's worshipped here at the Shrine Church?
Motelis!
That's right. Motelis is the Seraph who has given the entire Glenwood continent his blessing.
The Seraph worshipped at the Shrine Church is Motelis?
The 5 lords, huh? Big movers and shakers.
I bet Motelis would know something about how to stand against the Lord of Calamity. He's got to.
Is he really all that?
Well, he's the leader of the 5 Lords after all.
You must be Soray. Welcome to the Roland's Church headquarters. I heard you were to visit. Please, come on in.